California versus Texas in 2026 is no longer just a lifestyle choice. It's a financial decision that can completely change your purchasing power, housing options, and long-term wealth. These two states represent opposite economic models, and the cost difference is now massive. Let's break it down simply. First, the overall cost of living. California has a cost of living index around 142, while Texas sits near 93. That means California is roughly 50% more expensive overall. In practical terms, money stretches much further in Texas. A lifestyle that feels average in Texas can feel expensive in California. But the real difference comes from one thing: housing. Housing in California is dramatically more expensive. The median home price is around $900,000 compared to roughly $350,000 to $400,000 in Texas. Rent shows the same pattern. California cities, $2,500 to $3,000 per month. Texas cities, $1,300 to $1,400 per month. This is the biggest reason people move. Housing alone can double your cost of living. Now let's talk about taxes, because this is where things get interesting. California has a state income tax from 1% up to 13.3%, which is one of the highest in the US. Texas has no state income tax, but Texas makes up for it with higher property taxes to 2.5%. Sales taxes on most purchases. California, on the other hand, has lower property taxes, around 0.75% due to Proposition 13, which benefits long-term homeowners. So the reality is, high earners pay more in California. Homeowners pay more in Texas. Lower-income households can sometimes pay a higher share of income in Texas due to sales taxes. Now let's talk about daily expenses. Groceries are about 20-25% more expensive in California. A family may spend around $1,595 per month in California versus $1,322 in Texas. Transportation is also more expensive in California. Gas, around $5.2 per gallon versus 3.15 inches Texas gallons. Car registration, about $600 versus $80. Insurance is also significantly higher. These small differences add up quickly over a year. Now let's talk about utilities and infrastructure. California has higher electricity costs due to regulations and energy policies. Texas has cheaper energy, but more extreme usage due to heat. In reality, total monthly utility costs can be similar, but California pays more per unit. Texas uses more electricity. Water is also more expensive in California due to drought conditions. Now here's the most important concept: purchasing power. A key comparison shows that a salary of about $18,000 in Texas equals $30,000 in California in terms of lifestyle. That means Texas is roughly 40% cheaper in real terms. Even though salaries are higher in California, the higher costs often cancel out the advantage. For example, median income California to $90,000 to $100,000. Median income Texas to $73,000 to $78,000. But the cost gap is larger than the income gap, which is why many people feel financially better off in Texas. Now let's look at family costs, which are often overlooked. Childcare in California can cost $17,000 to $23,000 per year, compared to $9,500 to $12,000 in Texas. This alone can save families over $10,000 per year per child. Finally, let's talk about the real trade-off. California offers higher salaries, better public services, mild climate and global cities, strong healthcare systems, but at a much higher cost. Texas offers lower housing costs, no state income tax, higher purchasing power, faster path to home ownership, but with higher property taxes, more extreme weather, infrastructure pressure in fast-growing cities. The bottom line is simple. California is a high-cost, high-opportunity state. Texas is a lower-cost, higher purchasing power state. If your priority is lifestyle, culture, and career growth, California can still make sense. But if your goal is saving money, buying a home, and building wealth faster, Texas has a clear financial advantage in 2026.